All right. This is my first time going live. Never done this before. I want to check it out and see. Let me check this out and see how this is. I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to get on here. I guess that's okay. I see those. Okay, I got 3 people here. I'm gonna wait for it to get bigger. I got 6. Okay, people jumping on pretty fast. What's up, guys? First time going live. G Works. What's up, man? I'll be watching your videos, man. You got some good stuff. Wait till I get some more people on here. I got about what? I got 15 people. All right. I see you. I see you, G Works. RDS. Appreciate you. RDS lawn care, snow removal. Hey, we don't get much snow down here in Mississippi, man. I be watching I don't think I caught your videos, but I've watched videos of snow removal, and I that's it looks pretty cool. But we don't get we don't get any snow down here, so I don't see myself making any money off of that. Okay, Michigan. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all get a lot of snow there. Oh, he's at church. He'll be home in a minute. Little man will be home in a minute. But I wanted to talk about being hungry. I'm still hungry, and I've noticed that like a lot of my friends and people that people that I know, and just people in general, they stop getting hungry. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate it. What was that, Legend Landscape? Yeah, yeah. I'll take some questions. I may not answer all of them if I don't think they need to be answered. But yeah, yeah. I'll take some questions. But first, I want to talk about uh, continue to stay hungry. I know you guys. If you ever ate a lot of food and you ate until you got full, it doesn't matter what a person put in front of you. You're not gonna want to eat it because you're full. And I try to continue to stay hungry, and the way I continue to stay hungry is I'm always, like all my dreams and all my goals and stuff that I want to accomplish. I always keep that, I write it down somewhere, and I always looking at that so I won't get complacent, because I'm doing pretty good right now. Business is going great, and sometimes what'll happen is you'll just say, I'm doing good, I'm fine where I'm at now, and then you just stop, and you don't push yourself to go any further. And that's what I mean, that I'm still hungry. It's just like, some people, they'll eat a whole lot, which means you're successful, and then you stop pursuing your goals. There's so much things that I want to do. I want to buy properties. I want my YouTube channel to be a lot bigger. I want my business to be a lot bigger. There's things that I want to do. So if I stop right now, I would never accomplish my other goals. So that's why I continue to stay hungry. I'm never full, because as soon as you get full, like I said, I don't care what somebody put in front of you, you're not gonna want to eat it. But yeah, yeah, I'll take some questions. Okay, here they go. We call, jump. Okay. That's right. I'm trying to start up my lawn service, but what did I do wrong? I would like to know. Okay. Uh, Andrew, you said you're trying to start a lawn service and you want to know what you did wrong. What do you mean? How many lawn counts do I have? I think I can't give you an accurate number because I've never. It's been a while since I've added them up, but the last time I checked, I had over 50, and that's not even including. I got a few people that call me when they need me, and they're pretty consistent. But I'll say a little over 50 accounts. From Jackson, you said you call, we haul junk removal from Jackson. Okay. And you know what's funny, guys? Uh, I've had people like approach me out in the street, man, and it's kind of weird because I just do this YouTube thing, and once I do a video, I forget about it. I do kind of try to respond to my comments and stuff, but I run into people and they'll say, "Hey, man," they'll look at me and they'll come up to me like they know me, and I'd be kind of thrown off, and then they'll be like, "I watch your videos," and I'd be like, "Wow," that's funny to me. So, who's that? How far are you trying to expand your business? Uh, well, as far as I can take it. As far as I can take it, I want to actually get a crew, and have different trucks, like maybe 3 or 4 trucks, 2 to 3 per truck, and do it that way. And also have a guy to go out to do what you call it, to do my to do mobile car washing and mobile detailing. Okay, Ashton's on here. Hey, little buddy. I see you, little buddy. Shout out from Montreal, Canada. Wow. What you need to do to raise your price? Okay, Andrew, I did have my lawn care service, but did underbid the yard. Tell me what I need to do to raise my price. Uh, well, first of all, you wanna make sure that you're in the right demographic for the price range that you want. Uh, and I'm not trying to put anybody down or degrade anybody, but let's say if you go to a trailer park, uh, 9 times out of 10, people in a trailer park are not gonna want to pay 60, $70 per cut. So you want to kind of go, if you want to get more money per cut, and you want to raise your prices, you want to go to an area that can afford those prices. It's just common sense. You don't want to go to an area where and sometimes you can look at the area and tell sometimes, and sometimes you can't. But what you do is when you go there, if you're giving them your prices, if you tell them how much this is, how much this costs, this is how much that costs, and you're getting a lot of pushback, then that's not your area. Or what you may need to do is, you can start at that lower rate and then just build yourself up over time. And that's what I did. I just got in where I fit in, but the only thing that helped me out was that I lived in the area that I wanted to be in. So uh, they saw me all the time, and I was always what you call it. I was always visible. So I guess the trust, I guess I grew my trust with the people in the area because they saw me all the time, and I was able to get those prices. Now even out here in this area, um, this demographic, people have a little bit of money, but they still sometimes they don't want to pay your price. But once you build your clientele up to a certain level, it really doesn't matter if someone doesn't want to take your price, doesn't agree to your price. Then you could just move on and go to the next one because somebody will. You just have to find the right demographic. I see you, little buddy. 65 a month or 65 every visit. Every visit. And it just depends on a $65 yard, $75 yard like that. It just really depends on the size. Uh, I mean, you got to make it reasonable. If you're going to some, even a person that has money, they have a nice area. They live in a nice area, have a nice home. You can't run in there and say, "Hey, I'm gonna charge." Since I know they got money, I'm gonna charge $100 for a yard that's gonna take you 30 minutes. You got to be reasonable with your prices. You also need to check the going price in that area. And how you can do that is you can call another lawn service. Call three different lawn services to your house and ask them to give you an estimate, and you can base it off that. That's what I did when I started off. Uh, what's a fair discount on group car wash to still make a profit? Man, where you from? Like, what's the cost of living where you from? That all plays a role. But for me, I do my group rates at like 25 for cars, 35 for mid-size SUVs, 45 for large SUVs. But it depends on your it depends on the cost of living in your area. Because the cost of living in Mississippi is pretty low. So the prices that I'm giving to you guys sometimes may sound a little low. If you guys like on the East Coast or on the West Coast, the cost of living is much higher. So you can, $35. I mean, $25 may look like pennies, for a car wash. Door to door. Okay, I see you. MS, what's that? MS Lawn Care and Landscaping. I appreciate that, man. And see that's what I'm talking about. You started with a shovel and a rake, and that's what hunger that's what hunger will make you do. Uh, like I see a lot of people get on to me about working so hard. You get out there and the first thing they say is don't work so hard, and I'm looking at them like God, I don't even know what that means because I'm still hungry, man. And sometimes sometimes I can see how much money I can make. Like, when you do the math, you're like, wow, if I do 10 yards at $50 per yard, I can make $500 a day. And when I see those numbers, that just makes me grind. I see you, G Works. Keep G Works says, love my work, keep hustling. Hey, I'm not gonna stop, man, till the casket drop. Wow, man. There's a lot of people showing a lot of love on here. Do you plan on staying solo? No. I just my thing is I'm very picky about my health. And I just hadn't found a good a good worker yet. I found like some, some teenagers, some kids, but I can't really count on them because they're teenagers. They're still in high school, so you can't work a high school because they got to go to school. Prices up in Colorado for lawns are 20 to 30. On 20 to 35 here. Do 100 a week. How much are lawns where you live? Wow. In Colorado, you said $20 to $35 MS Lawn Care and Landscaping. Prices up in Colorado for lawns are 20 to 35 here. I do 100 a week. Wow. Yeah, that. Wow, that's all they pay, man. I got some yards at $75, man. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I mean, it's still the same, man. If I was in an area where the yards is 25, 30 bucks, I'll probably be doing 100 a week. I'll probably hire me somebody, and I'll probably be doing 100 a week because if the prices are low, that means you just got to work twice as hard. It's all the same, man. You still gonna make that money regardless. It don't matter. How much do I charge for group washes? Group washes, like I said, cars are 25. Small SUVs, trucks, 35, and large SUVs and trucks are 45. And all that includes is just a washing of the exterior, vacuuming, a quick wipe down of the interior, tire shine, and that's it. Wow. Some I have contracts, but most of them they're per visit. DG Lawn Care asks, do you do contracts or charge per visit? Well, you know what? I don't have to read y'all questions because y'all can see that. Okay. But yeah, I charge per visit most of the time. Could you focus on Sean Brown asks, could you focus on interior detailing and make decent money? I mean, if you find a niche you could, but I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend I wouldn't recommend focusing on one area in a business like lawn care or mobile detailing because there's so many things that can affect your business. The weather, the time of year, and things like that. You should always want to. It just in my opinion, but I mean, I don't see why you couldn't make money just focusing on interior detailing. But in my opinion, I would never focus on one aspect of anything when it comes to business. If you look at all businesses like Walmart, GE, uh, they're always branching out into other things, and that's why they're in business for so long because they don't focus on just one thing. But I don't see you not making money just focusing on interior detailing. And if you make your own niche because you can be real creative with stuff, and I've seen people do things that I didn't think would work all the time. East Coast Auto Detailer. How long I've been detailing? Well, I've been really, I could say all my life, but as a business, about 5 years. Oh yeah. Which do you prefer? Man, you. It just depends on when you ask me. Right now, I'll say lawn care. Right now, If you ask me 6 months from now, I'll probably say detailing. It's just, but I love to do both of them. Cliff White, okay. Well, I don't give out advice, man. Only when I'm asked. Um, I used to when I was younger, but y'all can see these gray hairs. I just turned 39 Friday, and but these gray hairs, y'all see, I'm getting a little older. I'm not an old man yet, but I've learned not to just give out random advice only when asked, because at least when a person is asked, they're ready to hear what you have to say. Some people, we all don't think the same, so I don't just give out people random advice because sometimes they're not ready to hear it. And I mean, if everybody were their own boss, then the country, the country would fail because you're gonna need people. You're gonna need employees, employers, and bosses. Everybody has to play their role. So I don't just run. I just don't give people random advice, man. I do fertilizing. I don't do deep thatching. I don't do that. I'm not really comfortable yet with like deep thatching and I do a few people yards fertilizing and weed control and stuff like that. I'm still learning. I'm still learning like what all the chemicals do and all that type of stuff. So not as of now, but uh, I plan on doing that in the future. All right, I appreciate that. It's hard to find work. It's here too. Okay, no doubt. G. There goes Ashton, guys. What's up, little buddy?
Nothing, just came from church.
You start doing this more often. Business me. Okay. You make your own chemicals? No, I do not make my own chemicals. Uh, One thing about me, if I'm not comfortable with something yet, I probably play around with it on my own, but I don't advertise it or put it out there if I'm not comfortable with anything. I wait till I'm comfortable with it until I put it out there because I don't want to make a mistake. I know Sporties is gonna come out with his own chemicals. Think he's already gotten them. Uh, I know a lot of people in the business. Uh oh, drop my phone. But I know a lot of people in the business that do their own, that have their own chemicals. Every two auto detailing, you should incorporate other things into your business like pressure washing homes, cleaning cars, surface cleaner, so you can get money in multiple ways. Yes, I agree. I agree with G Works. You should always diversify your portfolio because things will slow up. But if you got different options to choose from, people, you're gonna get phone calls from everywhere. But if you just focusing on one thing, if you just focus on lawn care and you just focus on something that, for example, in lawn care, you just focus on all I want to do is just cut grass. I don't want to do anything else but cut grass. I'll edge, I'll weed eat, blow, but I'm not gonna trim your bushes. I'm not gonna do anything else. Well, there's a lot of things that can happen. There are certain things you can't, like you can't wash your car in the rain. I mean, you could, but I mean, most people are not gonna pay you to wash their car in the rain. Um, you can't cut grass in the rain, or when the grass is wet. But you can still trim bushes when the grass is wet. You can still clean gutters when the grass is wet. When it's wet outside, you can still clean windows. You can still pressure wash. Just a lot of things you can still do. So you're just giving yourself more options to make more money. Yes, I do plan to expand my business. I don't know when. I don't know when. That all comes with employees, and that has been a struggle for me to find. Because most people don't want to do this type of work, so it's hard to find good employees. And then the people that would want to do this type of work, they there's sometimes they got a sketchy background, or I've noticed a lot of my friends that's in lawn care. They one of my friends, he was telling me that he has a problem with people with the drug test. Like a lot of them use drugs, and he says he's always finding drug addicts. Must respect how you leading your son, Jamal Brunson. Must respect how you leading your son. Not only how you are being a true father, but giving him the opportunity to put the power in his hands once he gets older. Yes. Appreciate that, Jamal. You have to improvise in business. Yes. That is true. Man, I'm still tripping off the guy in Colorado saying 20 and 35 bucks per yard. Are those small yards? What are the sizes of the yards, and how long does it take you to complete them? If you still here. 15 minutes. Oh, okay, okay. It must be a small yard. It's got to be a small yard then. Okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and if each yard took me 15 minutes, I'd be trying to bang out 20, 30 a day. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Small yards. That makes a whole lot of sense. I do 2 acre lots. To do 2 acre lots for 60 takes me 3 hours. Yeah. 20 a day? Okay. That's great. That makes a whole lot of sense now. How long does it take me to do a yard on average? Say 30 to 45 minutes. Some may be an hour. Some yards that I have, they may not be big, but they got a lot of obstacles, which means you gotta do a lot of weed eating, which will take time. What you talking about, G Works? Don't tell him yet. What you talking about? Ashton, what you doing? Oh, they asking about you. Okay. This little man still on his computer, man. He ain't got off of it since I bought it for him. What do you say? How long does it or should it take to do a full vehicle? You talking about a car wash or a detail? And that I mean it depends on the person. What are you talking about?
I think you mean detail.
King's detail. A detail, man. Man, that depends, man. It depends on how dirty the vehicle is. What type of equipment do you have? Um, I talk with Sporties all the time, and I mean he's pretty quick on his details, but he has help too. But I even think by himself he's pretty quick on details. I mean he has air guns and drill brushes and steamers and stuff that speeds up the process. So there's times that it takes me an hour to do a car wash, and I've done details in an hour, but sometimes it may take me 2 hours. It just depends on how dirty it is. It's really no set time that you should do it in. It's just, but once you start to, once your business start to grow and you start to get more clientele, you're gonna start scheduling more per day, which means you're gonna have to speed up the process. So you're gonna have to buy the chemicals and the equipment to make the job be easier and faster. So I mean, if I had to guess, I say no more than 2 hours. On average, maybe an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure it's some other detail guys on here too. On here, they'll probably tell you different. You got females doing landscaping with you? Wow, that's awesome. What you doing, boy?
Playing the Sims.
Kind of look like your dad. Huh?
Is it?
Uh well, yeah, there's competition, man, but it's competition, but it's really not because it's competition, but it's not, man. Uh, so many houses, they can't cut them all, and the prices around here are pretty much the same. I mean, you got some low ballers, but they don't last long because when when they low balling, they're actually low balling themselves, and when their equipment starts to break down, they can't repair them quick enough, and but nah, I don't really feel any competition around me. But I mean, there's not a day that goes by that I don't see a lawn care business. It's not one day that goes by. Every time I leave the house, I see a guy with zero turns, long trailers, weed eaters, and everything every day. But there's so many houses that they can't cut them all. Yeah. Talk to him, Ashton.
Hey guys. It's Ashton here with A&A Lawn Service.
It's live. It's not a video.
I know.
They know who you are already.
I know. Oh, okay.
It's live.
I never did a live video.
Me neither. This is our first live chat, y'all.
How long are you gonna do this for? An hour?
I don't know.
Did you make some clip art? You should make some clip art. Some thumbnails.
You gonna dread this up?
I don't know.
You not? Just if you're not gonna do it, just say no.
I don't know yet. Might do it, I might not. Daddy.
Well, Sean Brown, I see you, man. How would you deal with not having a radiator and water tank? Do you mean generator? Not having a radiator and water tank, that's what he's dealing with. Yeah, my little man is kind of cool. Yeah, okay. Well, you're limited, man. That's all that means. You're just limited for a little while. Check on Craigslist and look around. You can find those water tanks. I've seen people find them for $50, $75. If you have to order one, you're gonna probably pay $200-300 if you order one, because the shipping is what's gonna kill you. But I'm gonna tell you a place that you may need to go. Find you if you see a pest control. If you see a pest control guy with a water tank on the back of his truck, stop him and ask him who's his supplier. And if it's a local supplier in your area, get them to order you one, and you can avoid the shipping costs, because they make orders every week, and you give them the money, I'm pretty sure they'll order it for you. But check Craigslist. You can find those water tanks, man. They're all over the place. She's not with it. Oh yeah, she's a little girl. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, Sean Brown. Just what you have to do is, man, you just gonna have to grind, man. You just gonna have to get out there and get your water hose. That means you're gonna have to do residential, and if you go somewhere, you're gonna have to make sure you got access to water and electricity. But you're gonna have to do residential, and I kid you not, the houses that when someone calls me, and it's usually when it's their first time getting a wash from me, they always offer their water hose and their plug every time, even though they see me pull up with this big water tank on the back of my truck. They still say, hey, you can use my water, you can use this, you can use that. So most people, when it comes to mobile car wash and mobile detailing, they don't know how it works. So a lot of them will ask you, do you vacuum out the inside and stuff like that? And a lot of them are open to letting you use their stuff. So I even had people offer their equipment. So you just gonna have to work harder, man. You just gonna have to grind harder, and you just got to put your money away to get that water tank and to get that generator. And that way you can go. That way you can actually go out to businesses and places, and you have your own water supply and your own electricity. My neighbors. Someone asked, have you ever washed or detailed a customer's car at your home? Yes. But they're usually my neighbors. I don't have people to come to my house. Yes, I still plan on getting a DG Lawn Care asked if I'm going to get an enclosed trailer. Yes, I'm saving up for it now. I want to just outright pay for it. I don't want to take it out of my savings account, or, I don't want to use, I'm just saving up for little by little. I thought I would have had it by now, but things didn't work out the way that I thought. So I think I'll have it sometime next year, but I do plan on getting an enclosed trailer. Okay, G Work said that it takes him about 45 minutes to do a full detail. 45 minutes to an hour. 45 minutes to an hour on the standard detail. Okay. Sergeant, is that Staff Sergeant Task or is that SSG Task? Hey, keep up the great content. Check out Pack and Detailing. We're located in PNW. Generally details take an average to 6 to 8 hours. God dang. What kind of detail you doing, man? 6 to 8 hours. I got to check that out. Come check us out on Instagram. Okay. I got to see that. Sorry, is that Staff Sergeant Task or that just SSG Task? But I see you, big guy. Roy, okay. Roy's landscaping. Them French fries at Penn's didn't look that yummy. Let me know what you think of. Man, that Penn's is
They were
great,
good.
man. What you talking about, huh?
That was good.
Man, they were good, man. We love Penn's around here. Takes me about 4 hours to do a deep steam cleaning detail. Okay. Do you watch other lawn care channels? Yes, man. But the thing about it is, when you do lawn care and you watch and you actually make lawn care videos, mobile car wash videos, there's just a few that I watch. Uh, I don't know why. I just once I make a video, man, I turn YouTube off, and my days are pretty busy, so it's kind of hard for me to watch everybody. But there are a few that I'll watch every now and again. I really dig in what's this guy's name? Self the Lawn Surgeon. I like his videos. Southern style lawn care. On the detailing side, I watch G Works. I watch Sporties. Um, but I'm pretty much a busy person. Like today, as y'all can see, I'm relaxing. I try to Saturdays and Sundays. I try to relax. Even though I do a little work on Saturdays, I try to relax and be home. With the fam. And here with this little guy right here. It's steam detailing. Okay. How big should a water tank be? Okay, that does, yeah. That's important. You got to me personally, you need at least 100 gallon tank. That's minimum. My tank is 330 gallons, but most people have a 275 gallon tank. But I think you should get more than what you need. You know the saying, it's better to need it. I mean, it's better to have it and not need it than to need and not have. Okay, showroom detailing. It was a guy on here earlier. I forgot who it was. I forgot who that was. But they said that they have a problem getting the water tank, and showroom detailing said you got great digs on Craigslist. He bought a water tank or a tote for $35. That's a 275-gallon tank. He's also looking for an inverter. Yes, you can also use an inverter to power up your vat. What's up, Caleb Gardens? Giddens. Caleb Giddens. Keep rolling, keep your nose to the ground. Oh, yeah. Hey, big fan of your work from Canada. Wow. You know, it's crazy, man. This YouTube stuff, man, you can reach so many people. I understand I got some followers from the UK, from Canada, and from Australia.
Okay.
The UK, yeah. Sporties have came a long way. Both of you have. Man, Sporties hit the ground running, man. I mean, he grew pretty fast. Have you ever thought about promoting through radio? Well, the internet reach people just like that, man. No, I don't use I don't use TV or radio. I do everything over the internet or word of mouth. I mean, times are changing, man. There's no need for radio ads.
You got the internet.
Here's my wife on here. Are you ready to take your little guy to prayer walk at the school? No, I don't want to go to the prayer walk to the school.
Why?
I don't want to go. I want to stay at home. I don't want to do nothing. From starting your business in 2012, somebody's listening. How long would you think it took to operate it to the point of financial supporting you? I say maybe 2 years, 2 or 3 years. 2 years, I was, it was, I can support myself. 3 years, I can really support myself. Where do you get your water? From my home. I run a hose pipe right to the top of my tank, turn the water on, and fill it up. Just that simple. Big fan from Washington State. I see you, Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Task. I see you. Thanks, Jesse. Is that California? No problem, Roy. Okay. Yeah, man. There's no one way to do anything, man. What's this? Salt. And forgive me if I'm not saying that right, but yeah, man. There's no one way, man. I know people. I know a guy that he details vehicles, and all he has is a water hose and chemicals, and a vacuum cleaner. And he's been doing that for years, and he makes real good money doing that. So man, I seen people do it all kind of ways. But I make my videos based on my experience. I don't claim to know it all. I don't know everything. Just uh, if you watch my videos, I'm actually growing on my videos. I'm showing you guys, you know, what I'm going through, and I don't have a I'm not a how-to channel. So if you notice, I don't have any videos saying how to do this or how to do that. I think I may have one. It's like how to reload a string weed eater line, how to reload that. And but this channel is not that type of channel. This channel is based on lawn care and mobile car washing, but it's actually, I just do this to motivate other people to just show them that, yo, like, my setup is not fancy. My trailer is beat the hell up. Some of my equipment is new, some of it is old. I just, you know, I want to show people that you can get out there and do it, because sometimes people make you feel that you got to have the best of the best to get started. And all I'm doing is just showing you guys my experience so you can say, man, I can do that too. And that's really all I'm doing. No. You think I did wrong for investing in a roofing company and cleaning business? I invested in myself. No. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with doing anything, like unless your finances wasn't in order. But if your finances are in order, there's no reason. There's nothing wrong with investing in anything that you want. That's gonna make you better. As you got some people sitting on their ass and they won't do anything. At least at least you making moves. North of Fresno, California. Okay, Jesse Alvarez. I see you. You know what? I'm down here. I'm in Mississippi, man. So I don't know anything about a detailing certification. To start my business, I don't know anything about a detail certification. If anybody on here knows anything about that, help this guy out. His name is Mike Britt. How do I promote my detail business on Facebook or Instagram? Get your cell phone camera and record you some videos. Take before and after pictures. Make you some small videos of you washing vehicles. You know, that's a good way to promote it on there. Run specials, run deals. Uh, um, you can post a picture of a before. You can post a before and after picture and tell everyone to like. And if you get 100 likes, somebody will get a free wash or something like that. It's so many things you can do. I'm pretty sure you could think of some more on your own. And that was for Rodolfo Cruz. Do you plan on going to the GIE Expo? I want to go. I doubt I go this year because I got other trips that I gotta take with the family. And huh? Yeah, we supposed to be going to Disneyland in November, so I'm gonna be strapped. I'm taking all these trips, you know. So I doubt I go this year, but I really want to go. I've heard about it. I've never been, and no. You get what you really need and want the first time because it's better than spending the money twice. You have awesome content. Very appreciate it. I haven't spent much on Facebook ads, but I have a lot of faith. You know, I was a police officer, so I know a lot of people. I've met a lot of people during just during my different careers, and I have a lot of Facebook friends. So what I did is I just started my business page, and I sent them invites to like my page. And so I just post videos of me washing cars and me cutting grass before and after photos, and I haven't spent that much money on Facebook ads. I say, man, maybe at the most, maybe $50, and I'm talking about $50. Then I mean, the entire time I've been in business, because you'd be surprised. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, but it's the slowest. But usually I've noticed that like I can pass out like when I first started, I passed out maybe 700 flyers. I ordered like 100. I mean 1,000. Me and my son, we probably passed out. How many do you think we passed out?
We probably passed out like 300, 200.
No, we passed out more than that. I mean, all together, I'm talking about because sometimes I went by myself, but I'm pretty sure we passed out at least 750 flyers, and I'm probably got maybe two calls, and two people called that I actually booked as clients, and I'm still with them today. But I get the most of my clientele from just word of mouth. And then when I put those decals on my truck, my business just grew because when every time I'm driving my vehicle, I'm advertising, and I get phone calls all the time of people telling me that they saw they see my vehicle, or they can be behind me, and they'll say, "Hey, who's this?" Okay, let me see what he talking about. Let me see. Eclipse Lawn Care. I see you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks. I had to go to my state and pay money to start my business. Do you mean like a King's Detailing? When you say that, do you mean a vendor's license or not a vendor's license, but just a license to do business, not a... He said detailing certificate. I've never heard of that. If that's what you're referring to. When me and my wife are out and about, we get people coming to us saying they watch our channel on YouTube. Feels good, but at the same time, we're regular people, so hard to take it sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of weird because when someone's up, coming up to you, you trying to figure out what their intent is, and they watch your channel, and it's just kind of weird. I've been done like that a few times, and it's kind of weird. Shoot, why not? MS Lawn Care asked me, do I want to make my business $1 million business? Yeah. Nah, I never want to get by. That's I never want to get by. I'd rather have the $1 million. I never, like I said, I'm gonna continue to stay hungry. Wow, I passed out over 40,000 flyers and still going. Most of my clients are from word of mouth and from flyers. Been established since 2000. Man, 4,000 flyers. He said 40,000 flyers.
40,000? Is he exaggerating?
I don't think he's exaggerating.
Wow.
He said he passed out 40,000 flyers. Buddy. Boy, that's grinding. This guy's hungry. So I started detailing without a business license. I had a mobile detailer stop when I was doing a customer vehicle and told me I should stop detailing until I have a business license. What do you think? Yes, go and get a business license. Go and get a business license. Yep. But it's actually you just paying the county that you live in a tax to do business in their county. That's all that is. It shouldn't, like mine's is like $20. It's easy to go and get. You got to go get your like a tax ID number or something like that. You can go to IRS.gov and get your tax ID number today. See, that's what I'm talking about. What do you do to plan to grow your business to the next level? Well, the next level to be getting employees and so I can take on more clientele. That's the next level. Showroom detailing that was for you. That's the next level. A day in the life. Showroom detail. I'm not sure about that. He said you don't need a business license unless you're a company making more than a certain income a year. Well, I'm not sure about that. It just depends on because here where I live, if you're operating a business without a license, you will get fined. So I'm not sure. I guess that's just in certain areas. I'm not sure. I don't. I don't know how to pronounce your first name, but your last name is Morgan. What is your opinion about doing cheap car washes until you get established? Hmm. When you say cheap, what do you mean cheap? What price are you talking about? Business license in general. Okay, that's probably what he meant. That's what I was thinking. You think he was just because you was doing a Ferrari? Yeah, it could be. It could be, but his his reasoning might not have been genuine, but he didn't lie to you. But you don't want to get fined or because it depends on and that can be enforced. That can be enforced by a police officer because that's a city ordinance or county ordinance, and you don't want to get arrested for because anything a police officer can write you a ticket for, they can arrest you for. So if you're operating a business without a license, you can be arrested for that. They can impound all your equipment, and you don't want that to happen, man. So go get your business license. It doesn't cost much. It takes like a couple of minutes to get it. There's no business license for auto detailing in the Bronx, New York. You only need to be a DBA. Okay, what's a DBA? You know what? They got when I write my checks, my my business checks has DBA on it, and I never. I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't know what it means. So, G Works, can you tell us what does that mean? What is a DBA? Is that like a business account? Does that mean stands for something business account? He doing the eyebrow thing behind my back. Yeah, he always do that. DBA is your business name.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Doing business as. Oh, okay. Is what that means. See, I told you guys, I don't know it all, man. And some I know I make YouTube videos, and it may appear that I know a lot, but I don't know it all. And I learned just like everybody else. Like I said again, my videos are just mainly is just my experiences. And like when I give out when my videos have a little meaning in them, and when I do those type of videos, it's because I probably experienced that, or I reflect back on the time that I was going through that. Like, I made a video said you talk too much. I was talking about myself, and how we talk about what we're gonna do, but we never do it. Appreciate that, man. Andy Henriquez, did I say that right? Appreciate that, man. Yeah, that little joke. All he do is play video games, man.
Mm-mm.
He love those video games.
I don't play video games all the time.
No, not all the time, but you play video games, little buddy.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably butchered your name, man. And I have an unusual last name.
Chibo.
It's not hard to pronounce, but people mess it up all the time, and I try my best to pronounce people's names the best way I can. Oh, it's going good, man. It's going good. It takes me it takes me a whole day to do it too. It's still going, man. Yeah, it takes me all day, and sometimes I don't finish it. I do have to go out there multiple times to finish it. But the pay is good, so it really don't matter how many times I go out there. It is they paying me good money to handle that property. Yes, they paid me pretty good on that one, man. And the way I stumbled up on that property was
In
a
a mansion.
yeah, was a client that I've had for, man, since I started my business. She handles various accounts for different people, and that's how I ended up doing that. And it's word of mouth again. I gave him a price. All right, Andy, here in Arizona. Just washed 4 tractors, man, in 105 degrees. That's what I'm talking about. You hungry. I know you staying hydrated and eating good out there. That type of weather. Arizona got that dry heat, right? Yeah. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. And I know a lot of people say to you, man, don't work too hard. It's hot out there. Monsoon season, too. That's what I'm talking about. Here, y'all got any questions for Ashton? Here, let me go to the bathroom right quick. Talk to him. Pay attention to the question.
Okay. Does anybody have questions for me? Nobody got questions for me? Okay, who does my hair? I have not learned how to ride the Banshee yet, but soon I will. I don't know the guy's name who does my hair. We just met him. It's like down the street. It's called Custom Cuts. Best Cuts, I think. Any more questions? How do you like working for your dad? It's fun. I like working, getting money. I like to learn things from him, so when I grow up, I can do things on my own and won't have to ask anybody to do it for me. Okay, my dad is back.
Well, that was quick. You like you were ready to get off of there.
No.
What they ask you, man?
Just look. Not that many questions.
Man, there's some people that really watches this channel, man. We did that Banshee video like almost 2 years ago. Who does your hair? Somebody did you answer him?
What is it? Top cuts. That's what it's called. That custom cut.
No, my little buddy, he ain't ready, man. I'm scared to let him get on that thing. I think you got to be 15 years old, at least 15 to get on those things, man. But he's big enough now, cause on that video that we did when we was on that Banshee, he had a growth spurt. He was small back then, even though that wasn't that long ago. But he hit a growth spurt, so just like his hands couldn't even fit around the controls of the X-Mart. And then one day he just grabbed it. I'm like, wow. It was like maybe 18 months later he was able to put his hands around it. So he hit a growth spurt. I may let him get on it a little bit, but I'm going to be on there with him. You know, I would hate for something to happen to my little man on that Banshee. Okay, my phone about to... Yeah. Well, they telling you to keep it up. When you grow up, you won't have any problems with work.
That's what I said.
How Dow 07, I see you. What's going on? All right, Sergeant Task. I see you. Wow. This guy said he found out about my channel, went all the way to the first video until now. Man, you watched over 200 videos. Man, I appreciate that, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool.
All right, here go my wife. Y'all see my wife on here? Talking about on these house chores. You see what my lifestyle's like? I can't even rest. My house chores. I don't know that. Hey, y'all see that information G-Works is putting out there? So you said the DBA stands for doing business as, and your tax ID number. But down here where I'm from, you got to have a business license to operate a business to operate a business in that county or city or whatever. It's like $20. It's called a privilege license is what it's called. Every state is different. Everyone must check with the county clerk's office, and then they will let you know if you can get it there or if that's it. He said it. Y'all check out the information G-Works is putting out there. That's it. County clerk's office. That's exactly where I go to get the privilege license. Man, I've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes. I didn't think I was gonna be on here this long. But I'm finna get out of here, guys. Man, my phone is going dead, and I'm about to go. What'd he say? Here in Colorado, it's $50 here for a license. Okay. But I appreciate you guys for watching, showing the love. I'm about to get out of here. I'll catch you guys later. I'm out.